Welcome into the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. From Texarkana to El Paso, the Panhandle to San Angelo, the Permian Basin to East Texas, Waco, Wichita Falls to Lubbock, and many points in between. We celebrate the remarkable achievements of female high school athletes based on performances on and off the field and courts. From Class 6A to private schools, it's the Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Joining me now, the reigning state champion of UIL singles tennis, the one and only Samantha Griffin of Grady ISD in the Midland area. She's our Class 1A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month. Well, Sam, so fun to celebrate you. Congratulations on all of your successes. It's pretty amazing all the stuff that you've been able to do. What did you think when you heard that you were the best in Texas?
Well, I was honestly, first off, so grateful that I got the opportunity to go. I went to state as a freshman and junior, and so I knew this year my goal was to win. I didn't want to just go, I wanted to win, and it was really a kind of hard work pays off type of thing. I really got to change my playing style and see some really great athletes, so it was just amazing that I got to go and I got to win.
It really is kind of a storybook high school career when you think about it. You know, you get to state, you've been a three-time state qualifier in tennis. The first year you did it in doubles. You get that third place finish you talked about, and then you were able to come back and do that your senior year. It feels like there's nothing sweeter than to finish off your high school career like that.
It was amazing. It was the perfect ending to my season. I'm not playing in college, so I think that that was just a really great way to end my tennis career. The best option that it could have been, honestly.
Well, I think about it, and you had to have incredible patience and determination to make that happen because you had to deal with all the rain delays, the
Yes.
postponements. From a mental standpoint, how were you able to get through all that and win that state title?
I think my biggest thing, like you said, patience. Patience was really what got me through. It got me to win. I had to every single point, not just every game or match, every point. I was reminding myself that patience is key. Just get the ball over, work on placement, work on patience, and it ended up working out because that was what I think made me lose last year. Was I was not very patient. I didn't work on placement, and so I really kind of changed my game this year, and I think that helped a lot.
Well, I know you started playing tennis in second grade camps back in Virginia, and here you
Yes.
are, a Texas legend. What was it about the game that you fell in love with?
I really liked the competition of it, honestly. I liked that there were so many things you could do with it. You can play singles, doubles, mixed doubles. You have a different size court and everything. There's a lot of different little things that you can work on to improve, and I like that. I like that it wasn't just a static sport. There's so much that you can improve on, and it's something that you can play for the rest of your life too. I know people who are in their 70s and 80s who are still playing today.
What part of your game do you enjoy the most? Serve, volley? What do you think's your biggest strength?
I would say my biggest strength, especially this year, has been my serve. I worked on getting my serve accuracy a lot better than it was last year, and I think that that helped me a lot, especially in the tournaments leading up to district and regionals and state. I was working a lot on my serves with my coaches, and I think that that helped me tremendously.
Well, your mom talks about how you're so driven for success. Where does that drive come from?
It comes from my dad. My dad is the same way. We are very similar people, and he kind of has pushed me to just be the best that I can be. Both my parents have been very supportive, which helps me a lot. But I also, coming from a really small school, there's a lot of different things that you can be involved in, and there's a lot of different awards that you can get. And I just want to do the best that I can do in everything that I'm involved in.
Let's talk about some of those accolades. I don't know if I have enough time to mention all of them here. I mean, it's pretty remarkable. Multiple academic all-state teams, including the Six-Man Coaches Association's highest honor, all region, all district, all everything, straight A's, National Honor Society, Grady's most dedicated female sports student athlete, an amazing honor there. Why is the classroom so important to you?
I would say it's really important because at a small school, I love the fact that the teachers are able to have more one-on-one with the students. And I think with sports, we are very focused on that as a small school. It just happens that way. But all of the coaches do remind us it's always academics before sports. At our athletic banquet, our athletic director had mentioned that it's always academics come first. And I like that there's some competition with academics here. We have academic UIL, we have speech and debate, we have so many different things. And I guess it's really important to me to keep my straight A's because at the end of the day, that's what gets you into college is your grades, not just your athleticism.
So what did it mean to you to win the school's most dedicated athlete?
That was honestly a shock to me. We have some really, really amazing athletes who are multi-sport athletes, and coming from a small school, we're all multi-sport athletes, but there are some who do every sport that we offer, and I don't do that. So it was really nice to be able to get that. This was before we even had gone to state, so that didn't play any effect into it either, like it has in the past. But I was honored to get that. It was really an amazing award.
Well, you have to be dedicated to drive 40 miles to school every day. How do you pull
Yes.
that off?
Um, Lots of caffeine in the morning to wake me up. But I mean, it's an amazing school. I am really glad to be going there, and so the drive is worth it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking there's a lot of music in the car you got to listen to for all those
There
drives.
is.
Well, academically, you're taking the most dual credit courses in college possible, nearly 40 credits. How do you pull that off with all the practices and all the other events and things that you do?
So luckily, our school allows us to have a couple periods a day built in for dual credit. I also did take some last summer. I was super busy last summer. I was taking 3 classes in a lab, and then everything else has been in school. But our school is very understanding. We do push a lot of dual credit at our school, so they make sure that we have the time to do that.
What's amazing, your junior year, you're already a certified CNA, a nurse's aide. Pretty amazing to do that at such a young age, and you're going to continue that in nursing at Lubbock Christian. You have several family members that are in medicine. What was the driving force there for you?
So I actually did not start out CNA wanting to be a nurse. I went in there because I had a free period and I was kind of debating going into physical therapy. And so I was like, you know what, I'll try it out. And I ended up falling in love with it. And so I decided that nursing is what I want to do. And um, Lubbock Christian had been on my radar for a little bit and they have an incredible nursing program. So I'm so excited to start there.
Well, I know you love tennis and you love teaching people and you love giving back to people, obviously, with the thoughts of doing nursing. You also work at the Bush Tennis Center, teaching kids in the Midland area about tennis. So, what do you enjoy about that?
I love getting to meet so many new people and just kind of bring kids into the sport. We have the summer clinics that we do, we have hundreds of kids who go through that program, and kids of all different abilities and age groups come in and they just have so much fun. We try to make it a very good environment for them to learn tennis and to learn social skills and to just make friendships. And so I think it's really amazing to see that happen in the summer. And then during the school year, I work in the pro shop. I do like sales and everything like that. And so that's cool. You just meet a lot of people there.
Well, I know the head tennis guy over there, Tommy Hiding, is a very special guy in your tennis game. He helped you get to that next level to win that tennis state championship. Talk about how instrumental he's been.
So I have had a lot of coaches at Bush. I started with Tommy this year, though, this season, and he has been amazing. He is the type of coach who works with what you have, and he doesn't try and change every little thing, which I really appreciated. And he also was able to tell the difference. There's a big difference in 1A tennis and 6A tennis. And so knowing that I play multiple sports, I'm very busy. He was very willing to work with my schedule and try and just get me the best coaching that I could be. And he actually reconnected me with my coach that I had when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
So they both kind of were helping me along this season with tennis and just giving me really amazing advice and coaching tips and tricks. So I really appreciate everything that he's done for me this year.
How about your Grady High School coach, Chris Short? What kind of lessons have you learned from him?
So I learned a lot from him. Patience is probably the biggest thing that I've learned from him. He always knows exactly what to say when I'm stressed out or when I'm in a good mood when I'm playing, no matter what. He always knows when it's time to tell me a joke or when it's time to tell me to, be patient, slow down the game, and just play, smile, have a good time. I started playing with his daughter actually when I was a freshman, and so we've gotten really close. And he's been an amazing mentor for me over the last couple of years.
With everything that you do academically and everything that you do in all these different sports, it's amazing that you still find time at the end of the day, under the lights, to still hit tennis balls, often on your own. What drives you to do that?
I think what drove me most to do that this year was I really just wanted to win state. And while I can play at school, I do every day, but I just didn't have enough time to play. It's only a 40-minute period. And then I would come home and I would hit once a week with Coach Tommy, sometimes twice a week. And then I would hit by myself on the ball machine. I was just trying to get better and trying to critique little things that would help me improve my game.
Well, it definitely worked. And I know that you have some superstitions as well. You wear the same outfit on the same day in the tournament, and you've worn the same visor all season. What's up with
Yes.
that? And how bad does that visor look right now?
Well, the visor is pretty dirty. I can't lie. It's a little bit brown instead of black because of the dirt on it. But I have been that way every year. I wash it at the end of the season, and then we always wear black tops or and white bottoms or vice versa. And so I always do the same order for all of the tournaments. Since district is only one day, I did what I did for the rest of the tournaments, and then I did so it was white top, black bottom, and I did that the first day of regional and first day of state, so I could have the same second day too.
Oh, the
It
good
sounds
thing
kind
about
of
that,
silly,
that
but
dark, that
it
dark
works.
visor pretty much matches anything you got going on there. So pretty
It
incredible
does.
stuff there. You also ran track and cross country and was first team all district in basketball, a co-captain with just two seniors on the team. Talk about those sports. How much did you enjoy playing those?
Well, I'll be honest, basketball was out of those three was definitely by far my favorite. I only did track when I was a freshman. They just needed another person on the team, and so I said I would do that as long as I could stay focused on tennis. So they let me play tennis more than I practiced track. And then cross country, I did 2 years to help me just kind of condition myself for basketball. And then basketball, I loved playing every year. I've played since I was in seventh grade. And then, like you said, there's two seniors on the team, so me and her got really close this season, and it was really fun. We've been friends for a while, but we got really, really close in basketball season. So I just loved kind of seeing how the friendships can form and you can have really great bonds through such a small team.
Well, you come from a family of athletes. Both your mom and dad played high school sports in Pennsylvania. Your younger brother is a rising tennis star and runner. How much have your parents meant to you, driving you around for all these competitions and sitting out all those rain delays?
Well, I really appreciate them so much. They're always there to support me as much as they can. They both have very busy schedules, but they still make time to go see me and my brother. My brother is much more of a runner than I am, and so they love to go to his track meets and cross country meets and everything and watch him succeed through that as well. Their support means so much to me. Just being able to kind of look up in the stands and see my parents there means a lot.
Well, you're such a great leader for all those sports at your school at Grady. Tremendous leader, active with your youth group at church. You medaled for state congress on a 5-member debate team. You're also the Martin County Student of the Year. You've won every award you could possibly win in that community. What do you think you're most proud of?
I would say I'm most proud of probably the student of the year because there's a lot that goes into that. It's not just based on your athletic ability like a state medal is or your academic ability. It focuses on academics and your character and your involvement in the school. And so that was kind of a way to see how me being involved in so many activities really pays off, and it really does have an effect on the school and everything. So I think that was probably my favorite award that I received this year.
You're such a smart girl. Makes a lot of sense that you would be on a debate team, and I know you've done that for such a long time. What was that experience like, and what did you debate about on the highest level in state?
So I started debate when I was a freshman. I had gone up in the summer of my eighth grade, or after my eighth grade year, and the English teacher pulled me aside and was like, "I want you to do debate. You're really good at arguing." I was like, "Okay." So I went And I tried debate the next year, and we had a really, really strong team at that point. We did the next 3 years. So I debated as a freshman, sophomore, and junior. And when I was a sophomore and junior, I was state alternate. And so I knew after the top three had graduated that year, I really, really wanted to go to state. I wanted to get first at regionals and go to state. And so I was blessed enough to be able to do that this year. I won regionals and I got to go to state with one other girl on our team, and the other few on our team, it was their first time ever starting. They did really well too.
Congratulations on all that. You know, I think about your school there at Grady ISD. It's so small that you only had 14 kids graduate, and
Yes.
3 of the girls played sports. That's it. How did
Mhm.
that tiny community shape you and your family?
I would say I really liked being in a small community. It was really nice when everybody kind of knows each other and everybody's really close with one another. Um, Having only 3 girls play sports was kind of not really the norm. We usually have a lot more play sports, but this year we only had 3, and we're pretty close knit. And so I guess being able to play sports with your friends like one last time, it was a good experience.
Well, recently you had graduation, and I know you wore your 3 medals there. What was going through your mind when you think back at all your accomplishments that you had in high school?
Um, I'm I'm one of those people who really focuses on like hard work pays off, and so that was just a very good way to show that I have tried so hard to reach my goals and accomplish what I wanted to since I was a freshman, and so it was just one more way to see that my hard work paid off, and I'm so grateful for all of those opportunities to go to state and regionals and everything else.
Well, Sam, I feel like I haven't accomplished anything in life talking to you. Go cure cancer, okay? I think you're going to do that. Congratulations on being the Class 1A Greater Texas Ford Dealers Female Athlete of the Month.
Thank you so much.
Your Greater Texas Ford Dealers is so proud to recognize the hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion of so many Texas high school female athletes who inspire us all. Here's this month's winners. And don't forget, you can see their interviews at Greater TX Ford for Greater Texas Ford Dealers. From Class 1A to 6A, plus private schools, we celebrate them all. Thanks so much for watching the Greater Texas Ford Dealers inaugural Female Athlete of the Month. See you next time.